We don't march and protest because we like to march and protest. All we want to do is be free.
Shaun King.
From New York, Shaun King. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everybody. In just 14 days, the state of Texas is scheduled to execute a man that I believe is factually completely innocent. His name is Rodney Reed. He's been framed for a rape and murder that he did not commit. All the way back in 1996, now 23 years ago, a young white woman named Stacy Stites was murdered by her fiancé, a brutal police officer named Jimmy Fennell. After Fennell discovered that Stites was having an affair with Rodney Reed, all of the evidence points to Jimmy Fennell. For months and months after Stacy Stites was murdered, Jimmy Fennell was the prime suspect. Everybody in the town knew Jimmy Fennell murdered Stacy Stites. He was brutal on the job and off, and had been overheard multiple times threatening to kill Stacy Stites. But this is America, and it had been too much like right for a white police officer to be convicted for killing his fiancée in a small rural Texas town. Instead, they pinned it on Rodney Reed. Literally no evidence whatsoever exists tying Rodney Reed to the crime or to the murder. Nothing. Quite the opposite. Mountains of evidence proves that he is innocent and has been framed by a system that we all know is rigged against black men. This is the real life To Kill a Mockingbird. Just 2 weeks ago, Dr. Phil dedicated 2 entire episodes to proving the innocence of Rodney Reed in meticulous fashion, and I've shared many of those clips on my Instagram page. But listen, study the case for yourself. Google his name. Search YouTube. Look at the facts of the case. Look at the evidence yourself and make your own decision. I haven't seen a single person who has studied this case for themselves who thought that he was anything other than innocent. We have 14 days to try to save this man from being executed, and we've built a platform at freerodneyreed.com for you to not only learn about the case, but for you to sign our emergency petition to save this man's life. As of just a few minutes ago, in just 48 hours, 860,000 people have signed the petition, making it one of the fastest growing social justice petitions of all time. But we need each of you on board. And when you sign up at freerodneyreed.com, later today I'm going to email you a whole set of action steps that I need you to take. We need the governor of Texas to stay this execution. We need the Board of Pardons and Paroles to intervene. We need the local district attorney to intervene. So our petition alone is not enough. Even talking about it here on the show is not enough. We need very particular people to change their mind about this case. And when you sign up at freerodneyreed.com, I'm going to send you all the details that you need to do that. I'm dedicating the next 14 days of my life to try to help out this family. I spoke to them early this morning. They are lifelong fans of the Tom Joyner Morning Show. They're so grateful to have us talk about the case for a few minutes this morning. Listen, I want to switch gears for just a second. Today, of course, is Election Day all over the country. Please, please make sure you get out to vote. These midterm elections, they matter so much. This is how so many people who shouldn't be in power sneak into the system. But when you go this morning, if you can, you go this morning, this afternoon, try to take your children with you just to show them and teach them what voting looks and feels like. Now, I know all eyes are on the presidential election, but your city, your county, and your state still has very important stuff going on today. And I want to close today with a very special announcement that I'm making right here for the first time on the Tom Joyner Morning Show. For the past year, I've been working several hours a day, 7 days a week, to write a brand new book called Make Change. It's coming out in April of 2020. Right now, for the very first time, you can check out the cover art and learn more about the book at makechangebook.com. I've been fighting so hard to help save Rodney Reed here over this past week that my publisher yesterday thought about pushing the date of the book announcement forward. But here's what I know. This book is about the very thing that I'm doing right now, fighting to make change. And today is actually the best day we could ever kick off our campaign for it. It doesn't come out to April of 2020, but I just want you to check it out, see what it's about. I'm also building a small team of people that are going to not only help us make the book a bestseller, but I really want this book to change the world. I traveled to 45 different states in preparation for this book. learning how change is really made, and I break down step by step how each and every one of us has to be a part of the process. You all already know this, but our nation is in a deeply problematic place. We all know that. But if we're going to get out of this place, we have to organize ourselves out of it, all of us. So I know I put a lot on you this morning, but when you get a chance, go to freerodneyreed.com, sign our emergency petition, share it with your friends and family. And if you get a moment, please consider joining my launch team for my new book, Make Change. You can go there at makechangebook.com. Love and appreciate you all so much, and I'll keep giving you all updates about Rodney Reed every chance I get.
Now, what happened
when
they appealed his case, Shaun?
Well, he has gotten a couple of stays. They were about to execute Rodney on multiple different occasions, and every time the district courts give Rodney a stay and intervene, they prove more and more and more evidence that exonerates him. And so they are now active petitions and court filings again for a stay. But it's getting so dangerously close. The family and others don't want to consider that he could be executed. But when you get 14 days away, everybody is very, very nervous. And in this political climate, we're even afraid that good-hearted conservatives, if that's a thing, that they might in a previous time be willing to do something that maybe now they just don't care to do. Anybody who sees this case and looks at the evidence says, oh, yeah, that man's not guilty. And
but Shaun, you know Texas.
Yeah, I know. And Rodney Reed, I don't even know he would have been convicted in the first place in most states. But he's in Bastrop County, and he was convicted by an all-white jury, which is clearly not a jury of his peers. I believe, even in Texas today, that if Rodney Reed was granted a new trial, he would never be convicted. You got to go back in time, and the evidence to exonerate him is overwhelming. The case was ridiculous, and but we're nervous. I'm nervous, and that's why we're pushing so hard.
And for people who want to sign the petition, it's freerodneyreed.com.
That's right. And you can learn all about the case. We have 20 different documents there for you to read. We have videos for you to look at. Just Google it, YouTube it yourself, and then go to freerodneyreed.com and sign our petition.
What city's in Bastrop County? What big city in Texas?
It's Bastrop. It's about 30 miles to the east of Austin, right outside of Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
this is your first book?
I wrote another book several years ago on life goals, but this is my first book about social justice.
All right. Congratulations, man.